Okay, well, welcome to two-point perspective. First thing we want to make sure is that we're using the pencil. It is here, right below the oil brush on your left-hand toolbar. Now, you want to hold down the control key, and then you want to click and drag across the screen, because we're going to make our horizon line, similar to what we've done in the past. All right, now with this, we want to put two vanishing points, one on the left, one on the right. All right, now 2-point is a little different than 1-point perspective, whereas instead of having one vanishing point for everything to guide to, in this one we're going to have two. Um, Now what I want to do is I want to start out by making a diamond. So I'm going to move my pencil here toward the top. Right, I'm going to be more to the left hand justified than I am the right. Make sure I have the control key put down. Then I'm going to draw a straight line. Notice that I've got more space above the horizon line than the bottom. Alright, now from this point I'm going to connect the dots. And I'm going to go from vanishing point 1 to the top, and then from the top to vanishing point 2. Now if you make a mistake, if you're off-centered, Control Z real quick, since you're close to that button anyway. So then we swing out to the second vanishing point. Then we go from vanishing point 2 to the bottom, and then from the bottom up to vanishing point 1. Alright, so congratulations, you just made a nice little diamond. Alright, now good thing about this program, like I said, you can Control Z, but you can also erase. So if I needed to erase something out, which we're going to shortly, we can erase out some things, and you're not wasting an eraser or space or paper. It's going to erase it pretty cleanly. Alright, so now we're going to make this into a shell of a building. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I want to give our building some space. So I'm going to move down like this a little bit. Alright, start here, holding down the control key once again, dropping that line. Alright, so that makes the back edge of my building. And then I'm going to come over here and make this side a little bit longer. And try to get it as straight as possible, let go, and voila. So now you've made a box. You've got one side here, one side there, then you've got the extra strings still connecting. Alright, now we can erase those out and we have a beautiful box, but I want to keep going with this. Alright, so I want to make this into basically like a gas station with a gas pump out here out front that you would go and pump your gas and stuff for. But before we get much further, I do want to make this look like more of a building. So I'm going to straight line this. This is going to be a window on the side. Now know that we're on the left hand side of this building, so I'm going to pull my lines toward the vanishing point. Go there, going to come out this way, and notice that they're guided toward that bottom. Now windows normally don't just hang out on one side, alright? They can. You can drop a line right there if you wish, but usually with gas stations you want a good wraparound window. So to do that, I'm going to push a line that way. Make sure it's guided toward the vanishing point. Alright, this way too. See, I'm going to stretch this all the way out. I can do that, and then I can just draw it back in. Oops, yeah, I let go of that one too quick. So hold down the control key, get that heading toward the vanishing point, back it up, and then connect the dots again. So there to there. So that came up a little short. No big deal. You can always come back, put in another line, make sure that they're connected. Alright, so if you have a little issues here, I can easily come back and fix that, but for demonstration purposes, we're going to continue on. Alright, next thing I'm going to do, I want to get myself a door. Bam. Connect that toward the vanishing point, but I don't want to go all the way to the sidewall. Then I'm going to drop this line down there. Now, next thing I'm going to do before I go much further is I want to put like a sidewalk around this. So I'm going to start here at the bottom of the building, and I'm going to come out just a little bit, and I'm going to put in just a little straight line. Alright, little guy there, no big deal. Alright, but then I'm going to connect both the top and bottom of him to the left hand vanishing point. So there's the top, there's the bottom. Same way here. Going to connect over. connect all the way back. Alright, now, a couple of things. I've got the fronts done, but what happens if it wraps around the sides? Alright, which right now it does because there's nothing back here. So let's just go ahead, what we did here, let's do the back side. So we have this straight line there, put that little guy in, and this side we're going to make just a little bit longer. Put that little guy in, and then from here, to create space, think about this having two sides. You got your A and your B. Alright, A side is going to connect to create space over toward the B side of the world. It's going to go over there. Alright, now, didn't really like where that line was, so I'm going to take it out real quick. Now, if I need to, I can always blow this up. Alright, come up here at the top. Alright, I'm already to 100. We can take our canvas positioner here and just move it over. Alright, so we really can get in there and make this the way it needs to be made. Alright, now I had to push the enter key because when I do that, see, it makes those little green lines. Alright, then I got to switch back to my pencil. Alright, so I come here at the top, really start getting that angle toward the vanishing point. Alright, and then I'll do the same thing, slide this over a little bit. Now 200% may be a little too big. Alright, so might go, just click here, may go 150. Push enter. Alright, that seems pretty good. Alright, so I can still see the tools. Alright, so go back to my pencil, come here to the top, hold down the control key, and then guesstimate there. See how the tools went away when I did that? That's pretty cool. And they'll come back in just a second. Alright, line those up, let go. See there, they came back. Alright, so that creates my wraparound for my sidewalk. Alright, now, just for a second, I want to see how much space I have. Oh, look at that. Got plenty of space over here. The problem is, though, when I did move this up, see how I lost my vanishing points? That's always an issue. Alright, so when you do move it outside the area, you do get some problems that it deletes. Alright, so if that happens to you, one, if you think it was just really close, then you can see there. Let's see, we can, alright, perfect. So we didn't lose too much information. All I did was just hit Control Z a couple times. Alright, be very cognizant of that. Know where the edges of your piece is. Alright, so now I'm just gonna go back in, look really quickly. Now, the reason that happened was because of the canvas positioner. So watch, if I take this outside, alright, then I bring that back. Alright, take it out and click. Alright, then I bring it back. See how I shaved that off? Alright, so that's an issue. So be very careful if you use that tool. Alright, you can always use the canvas positioner up here. So if you come across the top, canvas positioner, there's that. And then this can move in, move out. It will move your piece, like it'll move everything around. So that's just something good to have close to you, and you can kind of put that up in the corner. Alright, so we'll continue on. We'll go back to grabbing that pencil tool. Alright, making sure that it's connected toward the opposite vanishing point. Alright, that looks pretty good. Also size that up. Start here again. Make sure we're heading that direction. Good. Alright, so there we go. Got it back, no problem. So now we got this building. Alright, everything's looking good so far. Alright, got your one vanishing point, your second vanishing point. Got our building started. Alright, now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to put the road ends on the side. Alright, so we have those kind of sketched in. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and grab this and bring it out. Alright, I'm going to do 3 of these. So from the vanishing point, just like that, we bring those lines off to the edge. Alright, the same way over here, I'm going to grab my canvas positioner and move it over just a little bit, and then hold that control key down, bring these lines out. Oops, that. And last one, bring this one out that way. Okay, so that gives me some area that I can work from. Now, what I want to do, kind of look at this a little bit. Now, we talked about this being a gas station. All right, I can easily make a top, and we're going to start with that first, and then probably end this session with just making the top. But just as I did the overhang out here, I kind of went over and down. All right, I'm going to do the same thing here at the top. so that I have a top and a place to actually advertise my business. So I'm going to start here. All right, put that edge. Now we may have to erase, so don't freak out just yet. All right, so come up with this. Do that. All right, you can already see how that's kind of hanging over. All right, and I'm going to come back here and stop this side, so I'll bring a line straight down. Boom. All right, so that's looking good. Now from here, let's get the bottom connected over. Boom. Yep, we're going to have to erase. No harm, no foul there. Easy to erase. So, got that connected. Get the overhang here. All right. Now, last thing we got to do, just like we did the base, we're going to have to connect across to the vanishing point. Boom. And head toward the vanishing point. Boom. And voila. All right. Now, I'm going to take a break, but I'm going to clean this up so you can see what that looks like before I take off. And erase that out. Erase this for now. I am going to cut that building. Oh, let's do Control Z. And then we'll erase out this. We don't need those right at the moment. Alright, then I'll just do a couple quick sketch ins. Alright, so that concludes this section, and then here, next session, next video, we will go ahead and put in the gas station out front. Alright.